Hello everybody and welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for another game here during the U16 Provincials. Basin Armada taking on the Fundy Thunder. I'm Jeff Warburton here on the call, my first and likely only game of the weekend here at the U16 Provincials, so we're getting ready to go as the Basin Armada, who are currently 1-1, taking on the Fundy Thunder, who are currently 1-1. So everyone was 1-1 heading into today. Kings got a win this morning. Now it's up to the next two teams, see what we can come up with here as a player down quickly there. And back up for Fundy on the left side, gonna rejoin the play, and looks like it was Dorian who will get back up and then lay a hit on Leslie and rattle Leslie down there himself. Puck moved up through the middle. Basin Armada up to Brill. Brill ahead of the puck, which will bring him in for an offside, and we'll get a quick whistle. And already some back and forth between these two teams who have had a long-standing sort of rivalry. Fundy Thunder and the Armada have certainly had their matchups over the years, and this one no different. And both teams trying to punch themselves into those final two spots, so no semifinals here at the U16 Provincials. Oh, and some heavy jawing there with Boudreau. Right up in the face, and a warning from the ref instantly. And like I said, I don't like each other too much, so not too surprised to see that. Link, he gets ran over by Singer, the hero of yesterday's victory against the Kings for Fundy, who had a tying goal on a shorthanded breakaway late in that game. Ended up winning it in OT, way offside there, as they're gonna have to pull back in. That puck is picked up and over to the right side. Moving up through the zone, it chops up the stick, Kemp, and brought back in. That one's going to be offside, and a push there. Simonson into the box, and the refs aren't going to take much of it. And do know one of the refs down there, Nick McFarland, friend of High Button, Farlsy, as they call him. Don't think he was the one to make that call, but he's out there. And by the first minute and 5 seconds, it might be a long day at the office for the young man. We'll see as we have the face-off down here and a face-off here for the Thunder. Pass the stick of Singer. It's going to head back to the line. Quick pass off to the left side. Past McClellan. Poked at him behind. Armada pick it, steer it, and fire it down for a clear. Back in behind on a circle back. With that puck moved up to the left side and a quick snap pass over. Fundy gonna enter. Wood drop pass there. Pressure from O'Leary. O'Leary tries to tie up, dropped off. Fundy to Singer. Singer hands that down on the left side, rolls up the stick and back in behind. Back over to McClellan. McClellan pulls down by the hash marks in the left side corner. Shot on. That one's going to be steered in behind. Lynx grabs it back to the blue line. Kept in on the blue. Shot from distance and scooped out there by Benato, who's getting the nod here against the Fundy in our second morning game of the day. Oh, the Kings knocking off Valley this morning after a loss to Fundy last night in overtime. So the Armada Fundy game, and this is one that will definitely have implications on the rest of the weekend. Worked off into the right side corner. Fundy comes out with it. Shot. That one steered in behind. It's going to come back to O'Neill. O'Neill here on the blue line. O'Neill hands that off to the right side. Paris going to work that down. Paris near the ringette line. So he handed off from Paris, and then it's back to O'Neill. O'Neill on the ringette line now. He'll hold. 37 seconds to go in the man advantage. Back over to Paris. Paris on the line. Back to George, shot, that one hits a shin pad and redirected. Still wide, however, and Armada pick it up. Trying to push that up the left side, picked up in a little bit of a lane here. Cut back by Boudreau. Boudreau gets taken down, or puck taken away, and it's worked up the right side. 13 seconds on the power play, collision there, frees up the puck, and now up ahead, and a breakaway the other way, picked up. Armada shoot high. Stamchik puts that up. Looking for the Zegras and gets knocked over on a good attempt. And didn't like that. But holy, that was as close as I've seen in a couple months, as Dorian will head off. And that's a head contact call, as taken down heavy. Puck will head back down, so one power play ends, another one begins, and this one will be 4 minutes. So chance here for the Armada early after killing off and providing a breakaway over to McDougall. McDougall on the line, shoots low. That one's gonna be tipped up right into the gut and covered up, as we'll get a whistle. Face off here to the right, just a few minutes in. O'Leary will be on the draw. Dang, and that was pretty close there. Picked up, and puck was on the stick and flown up high just over the crossbar. Got a 4-minute power play out of the attempt. Brill, fans on it. That one rolls off the end of the stick, and the Armada are gonna have to reset here near the red line. Pull back play here by Conlon. Conlon up the left side, puck passed off to O'Leary. Some pressure there on the Conlon, who moves it up ahead. Brill gets it. He's got McCullum Stokes, the captain, on the right side, but it gets knocked in behind. McCullum Stokes into it first. Brill on it, tries to work that up. Tied up in behind. Brill along the end boards, back to Conlon. Conlon on the blue, hands that off McDougall. McDougall right side, toe drag in, fans on, played down to Brill. Brill centering pass, some rebounds in front, and covered up. A minute into the power play now. And yesterday we were nice and toasty here in the Sackville Arena. And I think me and Mike can agree here, not so much this morning, as a bit of a teeth chatter in between some of these whistles here. You figure, you know, we're here at the end of March, the very end of it. Maybe warm up a little bit, but any Nova Scotia resident know it's been nothing but rain and clouds for what seems like weeks now. So a little chilly for us here this morning, but no big deal as Simonson picks that up on the end boards. Simonson, drop pass there. Over to the right. Kemp gonna push into the corner. Kemp chasing after that. He picks it up on the backhand. Back to the blue line handoff. Simonson fires that 1T. Rolls off the end of the stick and gonna have to chase on the end boards. Grabbed here by Fundy. Trying to work them off into the corner. Armada in behind. And scores. And a power play marker before the first 2 minutes end will be a quick goal. And that one was being wrapped around the end boards. It was picked up and passed in front for the one-timer and finished off. So that'll be a quick goal here for the Armada, and they've come into this game looking like they do have a bit of pep in their step. You never quite know during these long weekends of hockey. But that was a nice one into the back of the net, and 10:16 to go here in the first. Not even 5 minutes in, we got our first lead. So there was 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in that penalty, and a goal was scored in the first two. So another power play chance here for the Armada. Trying to build a bit of a cushion here real early in this game. Brill gonna cut back, hands that off. Armada, Conlon's gonna get it. Clock isn't running right now. Panic ensues as the Fundy parents are letting it be heard here to our right. Hucking insults like it's nobody's business because the clock stopped for an extra 12 seconds. So we know we have a veteran in the box there, so just a little mistake, and they'll take that off the clock. I'm sure, as we wait the refs to sort it out. Game number 2 of the day here. Up next will be the U16 AAA shootout. Yeah, so they're going to let the clock run down a little bit here. No harm, no foul. Everyone's okay. That's what happened, so I did kind of catch that with my eye. The Fundy player, frustrated, punched the glass and knocked something over, caused a distraction in the box. So maybe before you yell, you got to think about what happened, because, like I said, veteran here in the booth here at Sackville Arena for this weekend, and you can hear it on all the announcements and all the movies. They know what they're doing, or all the songs, I should say, announcements and songs. As that one gets knocked on up, and we're in to 9:27 to go here in the first. Over to O'Leary, back on the blue line. That one's flicked on in, it'll head into the corner. Listen, we get it, emotions are high here. It's Provincials. But let's all try to be respectful here at the rink, to quote Mark Moffitt. Picked up in behind, McCullum Stokes. He tries to move that around. It'll be onto his stick down low, and jumped on is Conlon. The D-man picked up down the left side. That one worked on back, and now Fundy shorthanded. Will try to bring it in. McDonald works it over. A chance here. Singer in tight. And Benato was there for the save. Big goalie back there, able to cover off the net well. But the first chance of the game here for Fundy. Carson McDonald, the one to finish that first one off. Face off will be down here in the Armada end. 30 seconds to go in that 4-minute penalty. Picked up. Turple. He'll play it back. Fanned on here. McClellan now looking for a skate here on the right side. Puts that one out in front. Kemp elects to take the body down the wall. Gets lots of support there. 2-on-1 for the Armada. It's still pressed up against the boards. 10 seconds to go on the power play here. Armada up through the middle. Link trying to bring that on. They do get it in onside. Swept on by Fundy. Sent down. No ice as the power play will end. Played off in front as Kemp swings that one around. Handed over to the left side, and now looking for a lead pass. Turple hits his stick back to Link. Misses Link's stick. Into the boards. Here's Kemp. Kemp steps up. Shot blocker. Drops down into the corner. McDonald and Turple going at it. Back to the blue line. Over to Link. Link picks it up. It's grabbed down along the end boards and will clear up near the ringette line. Brought back in. Fundy passes off. Big hit there, but standing up on the feet, and another hit as Boudreau lays a couple ones as that sent down for an icing. And face-off will come down here to the right. And 7:21 to go in the first. Picked up, and that one's dropped in along the end boards. It'll be worked over to George. He flicks it high, right onto the stick, and dropped over to the right side, and a nice hit laid. There's Dorian comes flying in. Steered in behind. George shot off the blocker. Falls down into the end boards, moving it around. Jumps off the stick. O'Leary gets tied up. Back to the blue line. That one will be cleared out in behind. Grabbed. Fundy along the end boards. Trying to move that up. Brought back in. O'Neill has it fall off his stick. Knocked into each other. Harrison grabs. slap that. And that one will come over to the right side. Fundy lead pass to Harrison into the feet. Link tries to get rid of it. Grabbed, wrapping around. Shot in behind and now into the left side corner. 2-on-2. Countway picks it up. Countway shot blocked and into the corner by Simonson. He'll chase after it, finish his check. Fundy still with it. Over on the right side circle, trying to find an angle to the net. O'Neill gets one in there, but it rolls off its stick and tipped in behind. Up through the middle here. Conlon getting tied up. Toe drag. Left side, Pryor. Pad save. McDougall steps in with a shot, fans on it, into the end boards. McDonald, our goal scorer, with a nice pass in front. Conlon got a whack at it. Cut back play again. Looking to move it again. Back to McDougall. Shot rolls off a stick and into the meshes. McDougall fanned on the first one. Looks like he got all of the second one, but the whistle goes. 5:28 left to go here in the first. Shots 5 for the Fundy, 7 for the Armada, as Stripes will come over and have a word with the Fundy coach and then head over to the Armada bench. So giving a word. Not quite sure what that's about. All good to go now. This puck will be dropped on the right side. McDonald in behind. He stops up. Tries to steer. It's poked out once and dove on. Whistle will come. 5:20 to go in the first. It's a pretty good first period here. Started with some penalty troubles and a quick goal. Calmed down a bit since then. Face-off will be here on the left side. Into the pad, picked up Fundy, looking for a lead pass, finding Singer right where he likes it. Singer shot, looking to go 5-hole and scores. Sneaks one under, and pretty much an identical goal to the one that tied up the game yesterday. And 66 is having himself a weekend here. Pretty much identical. Picks that puck up, entering the offensive zone, gets a step on the 2D, splitting them right down the middle, aiming that one 5-hole. Sneaking it under, and we got a 1-1 game here. 5:08 to go in the first. McClellan backhands it in. Into the corner. Wood and Leslie going at it. Link poking at it as well, trying to steer in front. That one drops down. Brill gets knocked over, tries to spin it around. Up to McCullum Stokes, the captain now. He'll try to go one-on-one. Moving and shaking. Picked up by a supportive D partner. Up the wall. Back in behind Leslie. Chopped up. And Brill will come out of it. Looking for some stick lifts. Brill. Flicked back over. Chased after McCulley. Grab down low. Collision over to Hunt. Hunt. Into the feet. Brill gonna pick it up off the linesman. Brill down the left side. He lets one go. Snaps off the stick in behind. Link chasing after it. In along the end boards here. Link gives that over. Kemp on it as well. Down here to Singer. Singer loses his stick and draws a penalty. Gives an extra shot to McCullum Stokes on the way by. And now it'll be a power play chance here, 3:39, and Fundy have their first good look at taking a lead in this game. No semifinals here this weekend. Like we said, just the top two teams. Coming into today, everyone was 1-1. Sackville had the extra point because they lost in overtime. So they were in first and took home a win this morning. So that helps their chances, but still pretty even here as everyone's trying to punch their spot to tomorrow's championship game at 9 a.m. streamed here on High Button Sports. Before we get there, we got a full slate of games though. As Steel Subaru will be running tonight. The Gulls game out there, the Fountain taking on the Rage in U15 playoff action, and then in Bedford, the Bandits playing the Hurricanes, which will all be on the call for later tonight. Picked up and moving into the zone. It's stopped on the blue line. Dorian able to head that one back. Not much of a breakout going here yet for Fundy as O'Neill plays that across. Whenever I see that last name O'Neill, I think of Tyler O'Neill, the MLB player. Fun fact, he's hit a home run in 5 straight opening day games, and a goal there from distance. Didn't even need to break the puck in before it was finished off top right. And that'll be 2-1, and Fundy grabbed the lead here against the Armada. 2:26 to go in the first. Shoot it and good things will happen. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. And that one is a perfect example of that. Is Fire just entering the zone, catches Donato off guard. And now, like I said, Fundy with the lead. Slapped him behind. Down into the right side corner. That one's going to wrap around for Hunt. And now Fundy with a little bit of momentum here after the Armada started the period on the front foot. Sent down for an icing, and we'll bring it back in. 2:05 remains here in the first. Armada still leading the shot category, 9-7. But 2-1, the category that really matters, in favor of Fundy right now. Up the left side. Bounces back in behind, and a reset. Lead pass off the mark as that one's sent down for an icing here. Face off to the left here. We roll right through this game. Pretty rapid first period. Lots of action going on as Singer fans on that and then loses it. Now back the other way on a 2-on-2, trying to go to the outside here. Pryor gets some sort of angle. McDonald comes in to help. Pryor hustling hard in behind, trying to cut off along the end boards. It gets worked back over to the opposite side. Up along the wall. Conlon on it. Conlon has Wood down low, passes that off. Sorry, Pryor down low, passes it again in front. Misses into the right side corner. Looking for the pass, grab, shot. That one off the mark. McDougall has to jump just to grab that. McClellan over the blue line. He steers it in as we hit our final minute of play here with a puck into the mesh. It'll be 2-1 here as we get the face-off on the left side. And a little Sweet Child of Mine comes on here at the Sackville Arena, host of our U16 2024 Provincials. Last year we were out in Dartmouth, the year before Bedford, this year in Sackville. Done a wonderful job here, the Kings organization, putting on a great event. Partners of High Button throughout the year, covered all their regular season games on the High Button Kings channel, as well as the Armada. So looking to finish up this weekend, as I guess we're going into next weekend too with the Maritimes in Moncton. But Provincials will be settled here tomorrow morning. That one jumps over the stick. Harrison with an angle here, and he gets cut off and worked into the end boards. Some desperation defense working out for the Armada on that one. Back to the blue line, played off to the right side, a little pressure, have a man in front, shot, and looking for that rebound, just out of reach, 4 seconds to go, 3 seconds. One more shot that misses as Brill gets spun around. A broken stick there, $400 thrown into the garbage here at Sackville Arena, and we'll take a break here. Fundy up 2-1 after one. Alrighty, we are back here for the second period as one of the lineys out there snapping a skate lace. So he'll head off, and that caused a bit more of a pause. Put our break from 35 seconds to 45. And each second matters when you're at the rink, but we're right back into it here in the second period. 1 goal lead there for Fundy. Picked up the wall here on the right side. Thunder trying to poke that through. It'll be back, and a little rainbow shot as we head into baseball season. Picked up and off a shin pad into the left side. The rainbow pass, or the something a little more common, like I said, in baseball, but you see it during some of these games. Some teams implement it very well, where you flick that thing in the sky and you get the forwards hustling. Not sure if the Armada have it as part of their repertoire usually, but I've certainly seen teams adapt it this year. That one coming in, a rebound in front, and 2 great saves. Is Turple had a nice second whack at that, and now into the box. See you later. The extra shot will get you, especially in a game like today where we've seen some penalties already. Don't think they're going to be standing for that much. And George into the box, and a power play coming on Armada for a penalty after the whistle. It's those extra cross checks that are really getting these guys, even in the first game today. Saw a couple penalties there. It's an aggressive game at this level with this much on the line. But 2 minutes in the box. Don't know if it's worth it here during Provincials. Down low, and Fundy jumping on that puck, McClellan, but pardon me. So I thought that goal was gone, but Wood gonna have to backhand that in. McDougall can't get full possession of it, backhanded in front. Wood, chance, shot high, and a nice opportunity, shorthanded, and another one. Picked up on the right side. Picked up on the right and steered up ahead. McCullum Stokes. He stops up. Looking for a wraparound, and buries his second chance. What an effort by number 9 on the power play to tie it up. And McCullum Stokes, the second team All-Star, maybe even first team. I might be remembering incorrect, but the All-Star in the U16 League, the captain of the Armada, natural leader out there, follows his own rebound and buries it. 2-2 the score now in the second period, 2 minutes into the second. Puck handed up the left side, McDonald. So back to square here, Simonson. Simonson hands that off. Lead pass over here to the left side, pitcher. Put back in behind there, O'Leary. Plays it back around, pitcher gets knocked over. McCulley, shot, and that one I believe offside. So like we often see here in hockey games, a chance at one end leads to a chance at the other. A great chance on the short-handed there for Fundy. Shot went high and then cut to 20 seconds later and the game's tied up. Weatherby steps in, shot from distance, looking to test out the shooting theory that worked earlier for him. Into the corner, Simonson ran off into the boards. Up into the glove, Pryor's gonna grab it. Pryor held in along the boards there. Armada backhands it over to Pitcher. Pitcher stepping in on the left side. O'Leary drags the foot into the corner. O'Leary comes up with it. O'Leary, the younger brother who plays on the Bedford Bandits, who will be going for provincial gold next weekend in Antigonish here on High Button Sports. This same channel, if you want to tune into that. Bandits won the regular season, but it's anyone's game heading into provincials. If they win today, of course. Still a playoff series to be finished off against the Western Hurricanes, like I said, later tonight on the High Button Bandits channel. That one picked up. Now trying to roll it out. Kemp cut off. Singer loses it. Kemp now has a little space on the left side. He'll toe drag it in. Rolls off the end of his stick. Fundy looking for a chip up the boards. It'll come down in front of the Fundy bench. Armada picking it up. Working that back. Knocked into the boards there. Shot down the left side. Vanderberg, drop pass. McClellan's gonna pick that up. McClellan into the feet there. Kemp's gonna try to stay on him. Pushed all the way back into their end, and Fundy looking for a breakout here. Turple helping out as well and clean up the left side. Jumped over to Leslie. Not the cleanest breakout ever, but out of harm's way. Singer wrapping around. Singer up the left side, 66. Brought in, 66, knocked off by McDougall. Try to go for another individual effort. Plays up the right side, Countway. Countway back in behind that Armada net. Singer gonna pick up on it on the end boards. Ran off into the boards by McDougall. Singer still with it though. Kemp coming in to help. We got a 66 to 55 and a 77 battling for it there as it's knocked in on the right side. A fumble. And that, just like that, another lead here for the Fundy Thunder, who squeak went by on the right side. And a lead restored, sticking with it. And we'll head back to center. And Fundy keeping it moving, and Benotto calling for the ref here, saying the side of the net's all screwed up. And that's gonna cause a delay in the action. Ref doesn't realize it yet. But Liney will go down and fix it up, as that net was jumping around there on that chance, but referee deemed it a good goal, given the lead. And now we'll head back to center here. 10-11 to go in the second. Quick readjustments. And you know, that's something us streamers and you parents and everyone, players, anyone watching at home knows. Those nets can get a little dicey. They've been real good here at the Sackville Arena. We're not at the BMO or the RBC, for an example. Sometimes those nets can really cause some confusion and some emotions, we'll say, at Ice Jam specifically. These nets have stayed pretty good, though, and the refs have been a little quicker to go fix them before blowing the whistle, so that also makes a difference. As that one off into the mesh, and the Armada looking for a bounce back shift here. 9:41 to go in the second period. 3 goals on 11 shots here for Fundy, so cashing in their chances. 2 goals on 14 for the Armada. Back over to Hunt. He'll steer it up ahead. Dorian tries to get himself open. Steer it out in front. Bounces on the left side into the mesh. Face-off gonna come down here to the left. Moved up and chopped that. George pulls in. Shot back in behind, a little pressure. Conlon looks to come up with it. Puck gets handed back, and George picks it up off a bounce, hand pass, whistle goes. Face off will be in the neutral zone here. Picked up on the right side. That one back into the neutral zone and just fired it in as we approach halfway through our second period and getting close to halfway through our game. Back up here on the left side. Hits the stick of McDonald, back to Paris. He'll jump it up to McCulley. McCulley fires that into the end boards. Hustled after. Fundy in the right side corner. Spinning around and up here in front, Pryor. Pryor hands it off to Conlon. Shot off the blocker into the mesh. 8:18 to go in the second. As the whistle goes. And fun fact for you viewers here at home, these are actually the only teams to have won the tournaments up until this point. So the Monktonian and the Ice Jam won by the Armada. So a great year so far for the Armada in terms of that and winning the regular season. And then, of course, on the other side, Fundy winning the Spud. So the 2 official U16 tournaments, the Monktonian and the Ice Jam, won by the Armada. And then the semi-unofficial tournament there with the Spud, which I just think they might have added U16 this year. About half the teams went, and Fundy took home the gold. So definitely a bright spot in their season, and a win here would certainly be another one as they try to punch their ticket to tomorrow morning. The win against King goes a long way, and then a potential win against the Armada could go equally as far as Singer gets that shot off. 7:40 to go in the second. The Armada also 2-time defending champs here of the Provincials, so looking for a three-peat. It's the first year we've done the Maritimes in the U16 League. That one was a Dukes versus Rebels best of 7 series that went to 7 games. PEI added to the league this year, and the Dukes qualifying then for the finals or the Maritimes next weekend, and Thunderbirds, the only team in New Brunswick with the default qualification, and that is what we're playing for here. Which teams will represent Nova Scotia? Armada are going to be there regardless based on finishing first. So we're looking for that other representative with 7:31 to go in the second. And Fundy's a team, you know, with a pretty good history. They're always a good team. 2 years ago, they were the team to beat in this league. Last year, played pretty good as well, making it to the finals of Ice Jam before losing to the Voyageurs. This year, maybe a bit of a down year in terms of their standards, but obviously winning the Spud and now bidding for a chance at Provincials. I wouldn't really call it necessarily a down year. U16 League has been pretty great this year, adding those 2 PEI teams as Leslie will serve too. So power play here for Fundy after all of that. 7:31 to go in the second, officially halfway through our second frame. Drop back to Singer. Singer on the blue line. Not too much pressure by O'Leary as that pass gets over. Down into the left side corner. Armada trying to play that box as Link will chase after it. Pitcher stays on his post. Over to the right side and sticking to that box. Heavy as that's tipped up off a stick and into the mesh. 7:05 remaining. 15-15 the shots. So the first time the shots have been even, I think, all game long. Fundy coming back and evening them up. Face off here on the right side. Jumping around, Singer. He holds. Head up, tipped into the feet, and oh, that would have been a beauty through the legs there by McLeod. But it's by Dugan, sorry, but it's sent back in behind. Vanderberg going for a skate here. Up the right side and has some speed. Drops that back to the ringette line. It'll end up on Singer's stick. Singer surveys. He'll let a shot go. Donato on top of that. And the whistle will go, and looks like new penalty killers out here for the Armada. At least 3 of them. As Link will stay out. 1 minute to go now in the power play. Up 1 Fundy. Couple whistles here the last few minutes. Stopped up on the wall. Worked over Vandenberg. Vandenberg. Down the right side, it's tipped back. Boudreau gonna put a little bit of pressure, but holding to their defensive structure here with 43 seconds to go on the PK. That one hits the stick of Link. Will definitely be touched down with the high stick. We get the whistle and a reset here. Penalty killers will stay out there. Oh yeah, and here we go. I'm looking to my right, and one of the parents breaking out the classics, the McDonald's toys, and a couple Smartie boxes. Those will keep the young ones at bay for at least 5 minutes. A little Kung Fu Panda 4 McDonald's toy, it looks like. Shout out to Kung Fu Panda, back in theaters. I remember when that first one came out, I was still in elementary. Oh boy, that one picked up near the blue line. Grabbed by Boudreau and works it in behind. Paris gonna grab it off those end boards. Paris holds. 5:40 to go in the second and 8 seconds on that power play that felt like it started 5 minutes ago with all the whistles, but we're back to even strength here finally. Just tagging up on side. Dorian barely dragging that foot in. It was a close one. Into the corner. McDougall going 1-on-2. Back to 5-on-5, so going to take a second here for the Armada to readjust as that flies into the mesh. And face-off will come to the right side. Down here on the right side, Countway. Into those end boards. Fundy looking for the wraparound and stays out on the post. Back to the blue line, kept in. Bounces off the winger's stick, and Conlon trying to get a whack at it. Been a while since the Armada have had some offensive zone pressure. Since that last Fundy goal, they've kept the puck down this way. Countway shot into the feet. That one will grab out, looking for Pryor on a potential break, and just over the stick, had him. Conlon just off the mark. The whistle will go, 4:40 to go in the second. As we swing back into the Armada end. You get a look up there at the warm room here at the Sackville Arena, and they're doing it like no one else, as they were serving him stiff yesterday up there. Bar is open, lots of support, and nothing like I've quite seen before at these events, and a phenomenal job, like I said, by the Kings, and looks like it's 11:58 right now, so I don't see too many beers flowing up there yet, but as the great Jimmy Buffett said, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I gotta imagine they're coming soon. McDonald back to the blue line. It's one of those things, it's like if you hang out long enough, don't threaten you with a good time, as Pryor finishes it off and celebrates right in front of the Fundy bench. And you're gonna let it go. That was a testy one, as 3-3. And 23 was clearly not happy out there, but he evens it up on a beauty that comes across the rebound, finishing it off. One of the ones that seem easy, but you gotta get the puck in the net. They do on the 17th shot of the game. And you get a good look there. Shout out to our cameraman Mike for giving you that celly right up here near the camera. These U16s are used to being on camera though, so they're not celebrating too much for the camera anymore. Last weekend I was in Antigonish for the U16AAA, and boy, a couple of heartbreakers into the camera last weekend, but it's all part of the game. If you score the goal, you were in the celly, right? That's what they say. On the left side, trying to steer it across, and another chance as McClellan had a good look at it with some net to shoot at. It jumps over his stick into the boards. And Conlon, who tried to hit Pryor with that breakaway, the shift earlier, gets him this time around, and 3:41 to go in the second. We're all square, and big points on the line. And Bedreau getting knocked over behind the play there. Bit of a basketball dive. No penalty, as 3:41 will continue on. Face off here to the right. On the line, Hunt plays that across, some pressure as it's in behind. McDougall's gonna work on that. Centering pass, that one, a hot shot to Singer, back to Hunt. Hunt getting pressured a bit by Brill, low shot. Benotto saves that one as they were trying to go 5-hole again. There's a broken stick down there in the crease. So another $400 in the drain, but that could be a problem as Singer gets a shot in front with a good angle. 3:12 to go as we're nearing the end of our second period. They'll head to the dressing rooms after this one, and as I always like to say, the last few minutes before heading to the dressing room, an important one, an important couple minutes, as if this game's tied, that conversation between the coach and the players is looking a lot different than if someone scores here late. So we'll see how the last 3 minutes play out here. Stokes already got one in this game, getting spun out, a big hard stick there by Damchick, and it'll head down the right side to George. Into the end boards. Played over to Pryor. Pryor on the left side. Pryor, big stretch pass. That one's going to jump in behind and just be icing, as about a foot to the right of our goalie back there. Whistle goes. And we'll head down to the right side. Face off. Gonna be on the left here as that one dropped Countway. Rolls off his stick. Countway's brother will be playing on High Button Sports later tonight for the Steel Subaru Max Game 4, which is sure to be a good one at Zatzman Sportsplex. That one into the feet. McCullum Stokes picks it up into the referee's feet, the linesman, and it comes back to Simonson. He plays it to Leslie. In between the feet of Leslie, and a chance here. Slapped wide. And a collision between two Fundy players right there in the middle. Picked up here, Pryor. Pryor finds a little open room down the left side. Armada still haven't had a ton of time in the offensive zone this period. Played back up the wall, slapped that. Fundy gonna pick it up. 90 seconds to go here in the second period. Still even. Simonson in behind. Simonson pulls back into a shin pad, drops back into the zone. Into the right side corner, man down. They'll continue to fight for it. Looking for a centering pass, but it's held in the corner. And now chopped up through the middle. Back to Link. Back to McDonald. McDonald over the blue line. Pushed from behind. Whacking on the stick there. Down in front, McDonald. Couple stick lifts. And good hard pressure by Damczyk to stay with him on that one. McCullum Stokes exits the zone with it. Brill now picks up on it. Brill on the right side. Brill moves it and loses it. McCulley tries to get it up ahead. In behind the play. I don't know who they're going to get. Brill's headed off. Oh, and unsportsmanlike there, teed up. As the back and forth continues, Brill heads off. McCulley going to head to the box. So I don't know if that would have been a power play, but he was definitely teed up. And they got tied up pretty heavy in behind. 33 seconds to go before we hit our 10-minute break, and now we'll have to sort this one out. Thank you for everyone tuning in here on High Button Sports for another game. Support's been great this weekend. So two guys ended up, so it looks like it was going to be coincidentals. And then the unsportsmanlike's tagged on the end, and Fundy parents questioning what it was, but we couldn't really hear what was called down there. And a power play chance here near the end of the second. So we said it's always important how you head into the locker room. And a crucial 33 seconds of PK time now for Fundy. After a good period, you don't want it to go to waste here. Picked up down low and a quick fire shot. And a good start here. Down along the end boards. That one's worked up the wall. 20 seconds now remaining. Conlon chases after that into the right side corner. Looking to lay a hit. McDougall rolls off the stick. Still 14 seconds to go. Fundy shot. Benato tracks that one down into the mitt. And 10.7 to go now to kill here. Drop down up the right side now. Armada looking for one last rush. 5 seconds to go. Setting up the play. Cut off along the boards. Just tight on the post. And it'll come out. So 3-3 at the end of two. We're going to take our 10-minute break and be back for the third. Tied up with big points on the line. Heading into our third period. We'll see you shortly. All right, everybody, we are back here with our third period of action. 3-3 game here in the 20-minute third, and we know we're in for a good one. 20 minutes on the clock as that one's passed over to the right side. O'Leary. He'll try to work that puck down to the corner, and he will. Pryor centering pass, hard shot, what a save, spun around. And a perfect sequence there, and a fantastic save in net. Is that sent down to McDougall? A wide open look. And Pryor, one of the top players on this Armada team, with an absolute seed of a pass there. But an even better save as it's worked down the right side. O'Leary. O'Leary picks up on it. He's in on it in the corner, and Armada come out. McCullum Stokes swinging it around. McCullum Stokes shot wide. Back to McDougall. McDougall pass left side, shot. Save made. A little pressure here. We got 17 seconds left to go in that penalty that carried over from the first period. Pryor down in front, back to McDougall. McDougall shot right side. That one rises up and catches a helmet. Swept on and knocked over. Conlon gonna circle back as we're back to 5-on-5 here. 5-on-5, lead pass. Pryor rolls off the end of his stick as he was almost in front tight with the puck right there on the blade. Armada trying to keep some momentum from that power play as it's sent down for an icing, and we'll have the face-off stay down here in the Fundy Thunder end, but I don't want to let that save go without chat talking about at least one more time, as that's a huge one. Just 30 seconds in. Can really change the complexity of a period, as I was mentioning, and to kick that one out, get rid of the PK, get rid of the penalty, and now reset with 18-11 left, tied up. A big, big one there to start the period. After this, we're going to have our U13 AAA shootout, so stay tuned for that here on High Button Sports. Over to Turple. Turple brings it in. Turple tries to feed it again. Shot hits the post. Is that one back in behind? Slapped up high. Left side whacked at. Puck falling in behind. Fundy going to play that down along the end boards, looking for a reset here, get themselves into this period. Clipped there by Boudreau, who was rushing in, and another hit by Boudreau as they go down in front of the Fundy bench. Tied up hard here right in front. Pass off, up the right side, gonna steer it in ahead and back for the Armada. Rolls off the stick there, back to Countway. Into the half wall, trying to pull back around. Falls back over to McDonald. McDonald, pardon me, in along the end boards. McDonald centering pass, no one home. O'Leary on the backhand, he'll pick it up. All sorts of possession for the Armada to start this third. Shot from the point, that one steered aside. Fundy chipped that one in through the middle. Grabbed by McDonald. McDonald, a couple cut moves back. Leslie picks it up. Over to Turple, past his stick. Vandenberg shoots that one in behind for McDougall. Lead pass. Singer cuts that one off. Singer creates a turnover. Has Harrison in front. Couldn't get the pass off. His eyes were there for a moment. Brought back in and ran off into the boards. Oh no, and Singer just went down as he got clipped. And he went down in a heap there, hurry. And he'll head off. Okay, so he's okay as he's skating off, but Singer, a tough guy out there and plays with a certain edge, so it's just a little alarming to see him go down like that, but he's okay there on the bench. Gets a word with the trainer. So thankfully 66 seems to be okay. He's been crucial for this Fundy Thunder team here this weekend. down into the end boards. Armada come out with it, but then quickly knocked off the stick, looking for a centering pass. Whacked out once, and whistle will go as the net's off by a hair. Face off will stay here on the right side. Change coming for the Armada. Okay. Dropped in, McCullum Stokes holds shot, gets a direct shot in there, but read all the way through. Fundy back over, Link. Hand passes that to himself, and we're gonna have the face-off come here to the neutral zone. Just about 5 minutes into this one. 3-3 in our third period. We do know that if this is tied at the end of 3, it goes to a 5-minute shootout. There's 5-minute OT to try to determine a winner, and then if that doesn't determine a winner, then they come away with a point each, I believe. So like I said, crucial points on the line here on a Saturday morning. Shot down into the end boards. That one's touched over for Fundy. And along there. Damchick trying to help out with McCullum Stokes. It'll wrap around to Brill. Brill back to the line for Link. Link tipped in front, and that one had eyes. Kicked away on the pad. And Fundy needs to get some offensive zone time here as that one hits the mesh. Is 5 minutes in and not too much time there in the Armada end. Playing with fire, I believe some would say. Face off will come in here to the left side. Fresh legs. Pulled down low. Packed over to McClellan. Tipped off the stick and back in behind. Leslie chasing after it. Singer, good to see him back out there okay. So must have just rattled his cage a little bit there. Spinning around McClellan. Turned it over to McDonald, and now Conlon down the right side as they'll get all tied up. Passed in front. Oh, and almost off the shin pad. Ref will fix the net as we continue back in the opposite direction, gaining the red line for no icing. So now Fundy will try to get set up here. Jumps over on the right side, Pryor. Pryor down and behind for McDonald. McDonald picks it up. Lead pass over to Conlon. Conlon toe drags, and another shot. Save made into the left side. Up the wall, Singer. Singer down here front going 1-on-3. Singer into the left side, run off into the boards. It'll jump back over, looking for a lead pass, gets it up there. Pryor stops up. Worked in along near the ringette line, falls back for the Thunder. Fundy cut off in front, free puck for a moment. Pryor spins around, hits a skate. Back in behind for Link. Link lead pass, Turple. Back over to the left side, Armada. Gaining the red line. Fires into the corner. Swung back around. Turple down low. That one moves back in behind. Link trying to catch up. Up the left side, Boudreau fans on it. And now a penalty behind the play and a player down. Boudreau lost his stick and got spun out. McCulley will head to the box, and now 12:58 to go in the third. A power play chance for the Armada. Face off here on the left side, and that's a 4-minute penalty there. So a real golden chance for the Armada, and a huge kill here for Fundy in a crucial part of the game. 12:45 to go in the third, and it's 4 minutes of power play time. Down here in the right corner. That one gets played in behind Conlon. Conlon drops back over. McCullum Stokes has Pryor in front, but it's going to take the long way around there on the right side. Back to the line. It'll miss the stick there, and McDougall will hustle back for it. One touch pass over to McDougall, left side. Pryor in offside as they'll tag up. Just off the timing by a hair there, looking for a stretch pass here. Fundy up the left side as Wood was looking for some cherries up there, up top. Not a bad idea, though. I mean, if you want to take the risk on the PK, there's only, just over 10 minutes to go. So if you can get that opportunity, like we saw Singer yesterday, shorthanded, it's maybe worth keeping a guy up high. Chop at the stick there. Now it's a foot race to it. Kemp has the inside edge. McCullum all over him with the stick, but Kemp wins it out. Up the right side boards, it's chipped up to Stokes. McCullum Stokes centering pass. Kemp brings it along. Centering pass again, and it rolls out. Kept in the zone. Great play by Simonson. Simonson down the right side. McCullum Stokes shot from distance, tipped up high over the net. Kemp down low along the board. That stick kind of got in on him, but would continue on. Simonson on the blue line. He'll bring it in over the opposite blue line. Back to Kemp. Along the half wall. That one's picked and flicked on out through center. Kemp. Lead pass to McDonald. McDonald up the right side. He plays that across. Over into Kemp in the right side corner. Pulls back to the line. Simonson down over. Kemp. Pass gets across. Left side shot. That steered off. Picked up and fired the length of the ice. Into the end boards there. Simonson. Has it on a string. Over to the right side. Gaining the line and hits the post on an individual effort as we'll break inside. 10 minutes to go and only a minute to go on that 4-minute PK. So Fundy holding strong here, tied up as we break into our last 10 minutes of regulation. Link down the left side. He gets it stolen away and fired out. Collision there. Up the right side. McDougall. McDougall on a cut move over to the right. Shot low. Save made. 9:31 to go in the third. 34 seconds remain on the power play. Down on the right side, and man down. Whistle goes. 29 seconds as a little Red Hot Chili Peppers come on. My personal favorite band of all time, and certainly adds to the moment here. 29 seconds left to kill finally here for Fundy. As like I said, great kill up until this point. Can they finish it off and square this game up? Still need to get some offensive zone time. But a big, big kill here on the back end. Picked up, shot back in, blockered. Cut off along the wall, looking for a free man. It'll come out to center. McCullum Stokes, 7 seconds to go. One last chance here. Left side, Pryor, Brock into the middle. Shot, pad save, steered away. Up the wall as it jumps back on, and it'll head in behind. And a successful 4-minute kill there by Fundy when they needed it most. And that'll be an icing And you gotta imagine a couple deep breaths for McCulley down there. As we've all been there taking a penalty at the wrong time, and no better feeling than when you can head out and leave it in the past. I wouldn't be surprised to see a strong shift from McCulley for his next one. 8:44 to go here in the third. 28-19 now the shots, so that kind of supports our theory that the Armada have had that offensive zone pressure a little bit more than Fundy, as we were all square kind of on shots there at the end of the second. But like we said earlier, the one that matters is the goals, and those are still even at 3. Face-off will come down here to the right. We've got 3 more games after this one in our U16 round robin for the Provincials. That one drops into the right side corner. Turple gets demolished along the end boards, and a shot low by Kemp. And Boudreau gonna come. You gotta imagine not gonna be too happy as Turple takes another one. And that was definitely the hit of the game. Called out the high button hit of the game. Clear cut along those end boards. But the Armada hold it in the right side and can't get that little pass out. Is still on the back foot. Paris working up the right side. George picks it, and we will head back to Link. Little backhand pass to Boudreau. Boudreau lead pass to no one here as it's a free puck. Caught up to first. Paris will take it and send it down. Simonson in behind, over to McCullum Stokes on the right. He brings it in over the blue line. Down into the right side corner. McCullum Stokes, an individual effort. Has a goal off an individual effort already in this game. Up the right side wall, kept in on the blue line. Here we go, Armada from the point. That one goes in behind. Fundy picks it up off the one hop into the feet, cut off. Kemp down low. Kemp. Backhand cut off. Spinning off there in the corner, turned over Kemp. Into the feet again, left side, and playing with fire down here. 6:55 to go for Fundy. Down to the right side corner. Picked up and rolls off the end of the stick, looking for a change here. Need fresh legs out. McDougall will gain the red line, fire that back in behind. Stopped up. Crossovers out of the zone, trying to bring that down the right side. O'Neill gonna pick it up, tripped up on the blue line, but still with it. O'Neill on his knees, shot hits the side of the net. Almost had the go-ahead goal, but now a lead pass, settled down. Pryor, Hasselback, shot high as that one's into the mesh. They didn't blow the whistle. Okay, so maybe it stayed out of the mesh. It was loud in here. Thought it bounced off there, but we continue play. O'Neill and Pryor with a golden opportunity, 6 to go, but it stays out. Into the end boards. That one's gonna be whipped up the side, back to Link. Link hands it off. Lead pass to McDonald. McDonald skates it in, and Pryor just offside, and we'll get a whistle here. 5:54 to go, still square, no goals in our third period. Puck to be dropped here in the neutral zone. McCullum Stokes, he takes a bit of a hit as it's played into the right side. Paris spinning, McClellan up the wall. Link pokes to keep it in, and now trying to get back in behind, and Fundy have numbers here slightly. Simonson gets to it, slaps it, and gets a little lucky. There's a bit of a fan, but still got up. Stokes now with it down the right side. He holds, shot from distance, looking for a rebound, gets his own rebound. That one's blockered back in behind. A little pressure there. Fundy tied up in behind. Lead pass, looking for Singer, cut off on the line. Left side, shot, save over to the corner. McDonald shot, that one rolls back in behind. 2 quality shots from in tight, 5 minutes to go. Fundy picks it up, looking for their moonshot. Back to Link, gonna fire that on. Collision there at center, and the Fundy parents losing it. Singer to the left side. Singer off McClellan. Put up to the middle. Singer chance for a shot. Hits the post on their first shot in about 10 minutes. Almost took the lead. 66 showing up when it matters most. And here he comes again. Up the left side. Pulls in. Looking for another shot. Poking away at the stick. And he'll turn it over. It'll keep the, oh, that exited. They're not going to like it. But that was clearly out. Clear white off that line. And it was offside. 4:19 to go. Right here in front of us. No clearer look and a good call by the linesman, but a tough bounce for Fundy. McDougall over to the left side. Over the red line. Chop that. Picked up McDonald. McDonald gonna bring that in again. Toe drags, pulls in tight, looking for a shot into the feet. Conlon, and the arm goes up. Penalty coming here, and I believe it'll be against the Armada for a charging. 3:54 to go in the third, and now a penalty coming here to McDonald on the charging. Not the type of penalty you really see called, especially this late into a game, but refs saw it, and with 3:54, 2 minutes of power play time. Shots 32-19 for the Armada, score 3-3. Will we have a winner? Will we head to the extra frame? 3:54 to solve it. Back to McClellan. McClellan holds. Shot low, pad save, rebound in front, chop that, scores! 7 seconds into the power play, and it's buried, and Fundy will go up by 1. Got it in behind, and now the pressure turns to the Armada. 1 win, 1 loss. On the weekend, the 2-time defending champs. Now down 1 against the Fundy Thunder here. The Spud champs. Dorian gonna pull that all the way back, and maybe gonna be interesting to see how they play this as it's important times here. Conlon on the right side. He tries to spin it out in front on the pad and covered up on the right side. And now a little back and forth. Gonna try to keep each other out of harm's way. Face off down here on the right side, 3:32. And wow, what a third period, and what a game this has been from the first, 5 minutes of it. We were seeing penalties, goals, chances, and right now, Fundy Thunder down the stretch, looking to come away with massive points here at Provincials. Like I said early in this game, 2 teams that do not like each other. Face off here on the right. Picked up back to the line. Link's gonna slap one in. That one's gonna roll up on its side. Knuckle puck into the corner. Singer with a stick lift. Singer now looking to go for a skate on the right side. Gets behind Simonson. Has McClellan in front. Swept back around. Armada now looking for numbers. Nothing to lose now. McDonald gets cut off in front. Good defensive play. Picked up by Pryor. Pryor shoots it on. Rebound in front. Backhand. Stays out as it steers by that right hand post. And a good whack at it in front, kind of similar to that Fundy goal we just saw. Pryor on the backhand again. Can't get it squared up into the blue paint. Pryor in the corner going one-on-one. 23's had a good game, but that does not matter at this point in time. Spun back around over to the right side. Link's going to bring that in himself as some fresh legs out for the Armada. Fundy will keep their guys out here. Back to Simonson, 2:39 now left to play. Simonson up the left side. That one rolls past the stick, a lead pass, Singer. Singer picks it up. Singer with a step, in front, shoots, save made, trying to go 5-hole again. You can get him once, but looks like you can't get him twice, as that one's got a no icing, 2:22 to go. And Singer, the only man this weekend to have 4 breakaways. 2 of them he scored on, 2 of them he didn't. as that one's out on the line on a tight call once again. 2:14 to go. Face off here in the neutral zone. What a game to get the blood flowing here midday on Saturday. Like I said, U13 shootout right after this, and then 3 more games to finish out championship tomorrow at 9. That one put up to the middle. Going to be picked up, brought in onside. George shoots that one, glove down calmly. 2:03 now to go. Neither team has called a timeout. It's always an interesting discussion. Do you want to break up your momentum? And if I was Fundy, I probably wouldn't call my timeout until the Armada call theirs. Is playing their best hockey of the period right here near the end after getting that lead. Armada haven't really been able to set up since. That one's picked up. Into the feet, wrapping it around. Conlon looking for a lead pass. Past the stick of Pryor. And that one will head down for an icing. So they're going to have to try again now. 1:51 to go. Everyone stays out there. Fans watch it with bated breath. The Buccaneers team, you can see down there on the left side, they're watching to see how this will implicate them, their tournaments, or affect their tournaments. As that's played over to McDougall, back to the line. Countway picks it up. Countway rolls off the stick there. McDonald picked up again. Conlon trying to get that through the feet. George is going to work back around. George slaps at that. Back in behind. McDougall picks it up off the end board. 1:38 to go. 90 seconds. Countway more than happy pulling that puck in behind. I think I've seen his brother do that a couple times for Steel Subaru. Gets caught up in behind now, and now the puck's in the Fundy end. Goalie pulled here for the Armada now. 6-on-5 with 1:19 to go. Looking for a lead pass here. Gonna toe drag it in. Could this be it? Backhand up through the middle. No icing, but it misses the net. Slap that there. 6 players out. Cut out to Singer. Shot. Blocker with the pad, with the shin pad. Holy. Thought that was it for sure. Up the right side looking for it. McDonald, last minute of play here. 57 seconds. McDonald cuts back. Exits the zone. McDougall, they're going to have to tag back on, and that's a long way to go as the Armada fellas looking a little tired out there. Going to get some fresh legs. Shot from distance, tipped. Oh, and just misses by inches on the left side, and that'll be an icing. 42 seconds to go. Could have heard a pin drop in here off that shot, and Fundy looking for a win here, and the timeout is called. So Armada gonna call it with 42.6 to go. It's been a back and forth effort here that has Fundy on top with 1 to go. 42 seconds to go, up 1, and the face-off here on the right side. So I was gonna say I was assuming the Armada would take that first timeout, and right now seems like a good time to do it. The momentum, I would stay still in favor of Fundy here down the stretch. .46. Nice extended timeout. Coach of the year over there on the Armada bench, giving him the best advice they can. There's only so much you can do from that top step on the bench, but if you're going to hear it from anyone, I suppose it's the coach of the year. And now the Armada, with the net empty, have 34 shots to the 22 on Fundy, down 1. Picked up back to the blue line, over to Brill. Brill, some pressure on Brill, into the feet, picked up, sent down for an icing there, and McClellan almost ended it. And I think they're going to be keeping that pressure, as you saw that Armada kind of tried to play that a little bit slower, I suppose, and 2 players rushing at Brill there on the line. Fundy not going to call their timeout here. 35 seconds. Tries to win it back, but that pressure continues. Now up the left side, Brill, the last man back for it. He's going to get there. 27 seconds. Cut back, looking for a stretch pass here. Up through the middle, cut off. Picked up Singer on net. Blocked again into the glass, but it stays alive. 18 seconds to go. From the back end, one last rush potentially. up the boards, turned over. Not much happening as that one sent down for a close icing with 10.1 seconds to go here in the third period, and the last gasp of air here for the Armada in this one. 4-3 the score in what's been a fantastic game. Here on the left side, tied up, back to the line. Picks up, 5 seconds to go, shot from distance, tip, that one falls in behind. Pryor tries to hit it from the side of the net, it's picked up in behind, and Fundy will get the victory and now have victories over the Kings and the Armada. Oh, and the back and forth is heavy down there in the corner. McClellan chirping Brill hard, pumped up, and rightfully so. A huge win here for Fundy, scoring with about 4 minutes to go in the third. And that will do it for us here on High Button Sports, a barn burner midday on Saturday. We're going to head to the shootout here shortly and then be back for our final 3 games. We got Kings, Buccaneers, Thunder, Wildcats, and then Buccaneers, Armada to finish us out. But that'll do it for us here on High Button Sports. Thank you for tuning in once again. My name's Jeff Warburton.